Hi everybody, I'm back. And today I'm going to show you all how to make fried potatoes and sausage. This is a very quick and simple recipe that tastes so good. Here's what you will need. You will need potatoes, and you can see that I've cut up 7 medium-sized potatoes, and what I like to do, I like to chop them just like so. And you want to make sure all of your pieces are similar in size, okay? You don't want to have some big and some small because they won't get done at the same time. What you're going to need to do is rinse your potatoes off until your water turns nice and clear, okay? And you're going to need some type of sausage. The sausage that I like to use is Eckrich smoked sausage, or I like to use the Eckrich kielbasa. This is the Eckrich smoked. You will need to season up your potatoes with black pepper. Red chili powder is, or red chili pepper is optional. Garlic powder, sea salt, parsley flakes, and we're going to use some green bell peppers, red bell peppers chopped, and sliced white onion. Okay? Over here, I have this pan here is going to be the pan that we're going to fry our potatoes in. And this pan that I have here, we're going to start to saute up our beautiful smoked sausage. Okay? So the first thing that we need to do is go ahead and take and wash off your potatoes until the water runs nice and clear. You don't want your water to be cloudy, because if it's cloudy, that means you have a lot of starch. Okay, so I'm going to clean the potatoes off. I'll come back, we'll slice these up, and we'll get our smoked sausage in the pan. Okay everyone, I've cleaned the potatoes until the water has turned nice and clear, and I'm going to keep them in the water until I'm ready to cook them. Okay, let's go ahead and start to chop up our sausage. And here's how I like to slice mine. I just like to go in and just make medallions just like this. Okay? If you wanted to, you can dice them up. You can make them thinner. You can make them thicker. It's really up to your discretion. Now, if you're a person that doesn't eat pork, feel free to use the chicken sausage or the beef sausage. There's so many different kinds of sausages that you can use. Hey, you could use a bratwurst, okay? You can use Italian sweet sausage, whatever floats your boat. But when I think of breakfast potatoes and sausage, I think of using this Eckrich smoked sausage that I love so much. Okay, we're going to continue to slice the medallions just like so. Now, this recipe does not have to be cooked on top of the stove. A lot of people will make theirs in the oven. They'll just throw a little bit of oil on their potatoes, season their potatoes up, throw them on a baking dish, cook the potatoes half the way by themselves, and then halfway through the cooking process, they'll add their sausage and then throw in some onions and peppers. But I choose to cook mine on top of the stove. Now this here is a dish that you can put cheese in, and then you can bake it in the oven. It's really up to your discretion. But when I have this, I don't want any cheese. But what I will do is I will put shredded cheese on the side. So if there's someone that would like to have cheese melted into theirs, they can just throw some cheese on top and throw it in the microwave. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, I have a tiny bit of oil in that pan, guys, and it's just a tiny bit. We're going to go ahead and put your sausage into the pan just like so. And what you're looking for, you want to aim for this sausage to be nice and golden brown. You want it to have that dark char on each side of the sausage, okay? So make sure they're not stacked on top of each other. Make sure every piece is touching the pan so that they can achieve that beautiful color just like so. We're going to turn this onto a medium-high heat. Don't turn it up on high because it'll burn. And if you have it on low, it'll just steam. So we're going to start that over here on the left side of the stove. I'm turning that on right now. Okay, let's get our cutting board out of the way. Whoops! There goes my camera. Okay, let me set my camera up, guys. Hold on one second. So, I hope you all are having a great day today. I hope you all had a beautiful work day. It is 60, it made it up to 63 degrees today. I have my windows open, the sun was shining, the birds were out and chirping, and it just really brings your spirits up. When there's no snow and the mud is all gone and the sun is shining, you feel so much better, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn my pan onto a medium-high heat. Okay, start to get my pan nice and warmed up so that we can start to cook our potatoes. I'm draining the oil, or I'm draining the water off of the potatoes right now. You want to make sure that you drain all of that water off of the potatoes. The reason why is because water and oil will cause a lot of splatter. Okay, so if you don't get all of that water off, you're going to have some splattering. Okay, so we're going to get this pan nice. I have a little bit of oil in the bottom of this pan. Now, those of you that have seen my fried potato video in the past, I believe I have 2 or 3 videos for fried potatoes. You will see me actually cut the potatoes up, and what I like to do is parboil my potatoes. I'll usually boil my potatoes for a good 8 minutes and get them started in the cooking process. I'm not going to do that today, okay? I'm just going to start frying the potatoes from the raw state in the frying pan with the oil. Today I'm not going to parboil the potatoes, okay? But if you were curious on how to do that, be sure to check out my video and I'll show you how to do that. All right? Make sure this pan is nice and hot. Our sausage is starting to cook up beautifully. Once our pan heats up, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now that our pan is nice and hot on the medium-high heat, I'm going to go ahead and distribute that little bit of oil all around our pan, and then go ahead and proceed to put your potatoes in. Okay, just like so. They're going to start to sizzle up just like they're doing. And I'm not going to season the potatoes just yet. I like to season my potatoes towards the end of the cooking process, okay? So we'll just let these start to get nice and golden brown. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a peek in at these beautiful sausages and let's see if they're getting brown. Oh yeah, they're starting to get that nice golden brown, but we want them to get much darker than that, okay? So just take your time. Like I always like to say, hey, patience is the key to good cooking. If you're that person that can have patience in the kitchen, oh, trust me when I tell you this, you're going to have you some good food. You hear me? So just let these get nice and golden brown on all sides. Beautiful. I can start to hear the potatoes cooking up. And if at all possible, try your best to have the potatoes in one layer. If they stack on top of each other, only thing that will happen is they will start to steam. So then you put them in one layer just like this and you won't have any problems. I want you all to take a good look in at the potatoes. See this right here? This is the color that you're wanting to achieve. See that? That's the beautiful color that we want each and every one of these to achieve. Okay? Potatoes are cooking up just nicely. You don't have to go in messing with them because what you'll see, you'll start to see a nice beautiful golden brown ring around the bottom of the potatoes, and that will indicate that, hey, it's time to turn me, okay? But right now we don't see that golden brown color just yet. Okay, everyone, and you can see all of our sausages, and it doesn't take any time. All of our sausages are nice and beautifully golden brown. Let me show you this. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and take these off of the stove. I'm going to put them on a plate so they can drain on top of a paper towel. This part is done. Okay, everybody, let's take a peek in at the other side of our potatoes. And you want to make sure you give them enough time to get golden brown, because sometimes we can keep going in messing with them and they'll never brown. It seems like it'll take forever. Okay? But I can see, let me show you. We're starting to get just a little bit of golden brown, but not quite. Okay? And then so we'll just let it be. Just let it be. And over here, I still have my vegetables, but I'll tell you the perfect time that I like to put those vegetables in. Because when I have fried potatoes and onions, I don't want for my onions to get smushy. I still like to have them with a little bit of crunch to them. Okay? And then here's our sausages that I've drained well on a paper towel so that we have no oil. Okay, we don't want any oily dishes here. Okay, we'll continue to cook our beautiful potatoes until they get golden brown, and then I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now we're starting to achieve that beautiful golden brown color that we're all looking for. Okay, now once I get one side of my potatoes nice and golden brown, what I like to do, make sure you lay them all flat so each potato can get cooked. What I like to do is that's when I like to go in with my seasoning. Okay, we're going to put some black pepper in just like so. Oh, absolutely. You got to have black pepper, right? Put you some on there. If you're that person that enjoys red chili pepper flakes, then use some. If you don't enjoy the red chili pepper flakes, then don't use any, okay? No problem there. And you see me, I'm just using a little bit because I'm not a fan of hot stuff. Okay, I like to be able to enjoy my food without coughing. You know, I don't want my socks being burnt off because it's too hot. We're going to go in with some garlic powder, and we're not going to use a lot. Okay, just a little bit because you don't want that garlic powder to burn in your pan. We're going to go in with some sea salt, and I want you all to be very gentle with the sea salt, not too much. Beautiful. And you all that know me, you know I love to use parsley flakes. Let's put the parsley flakes in a little later. Okay, so then we're going to cook the other side of the potatoes, and then once that other side starts to get nice and golden brown, that's when we're going to add our white onion that's been sliced. We're going to add our green and red bell pepper. Okay? And that other side is starting to brown up nicely and quickly. One thing that I want you all to know, when you're making fried potatoes, make sure you go in and taste a few of them. Especially if you have some in here that's a little bit bigger. Go ahead and taste them because you want to make sure that your potatoes are nice and soft. Now what you're looking for is you're looking for that nice, beautiful golden brown, crispy. Okay, to look like this here. But then also on the inside you want it to be nice and soft like a pillow. Okay? Oh, absolutely. We're going to let these go for a little bit and then I'll come back. Okay, everyone, time to check on your potatoes. What I don't want you to do is make sure you don't walk away from your potatoes too long because they can very quickly burn, okay? I went and sat down for a second and got on YouTube for a minute, and then I got to thinking, let me go check my potatoes before they burn. That's the last thing that I want to happen on my video. Jeannie Young burns the food, right? But don't think for 1 second that I haven't burned food before, because I definitely have. Absolutely I have. And I probably cried when I burned it. It's true. It's true. Hey, things happen. Things happen. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point, our potatoes are starting to get nice and golden brown. I think I want them to get a little bit more brown before I put my veggies in. Okay? Okay, everyone, there's one thing that I do want you all to see. See this? There's hardly any oil in there. When you're making fried potatoes, please, guys, don't use too much oil. You've seen around about how much oil, I used in the beginning, which the potatoes have soaked in that oil up, which is just fine. but that oil still remains, and they'll still fry in oil even though it looks like there's no oil. You don't need any more. Don't make your dishes greasy, guys. If you wanted to, you can use coconut oil. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever oil you'd like to use would be just fine. Just don't use too much. Okay, everybody, my potatoes have got to the point where they are the beautiful golden brown color that I am looking for. I've tasted a few big pieces and I couldn't stop tasting them. So, here's what you do. Go ahead and put those bell peppers and onions in. If you're a person that's not a fan of bell peppers, or if you don't like onions, hey, listen here. You don't have to put them in there, okay? Feel free to do what you like. If you're someone that's a really big fan of mushrooms, hey, put you some mushrooms in there, okay? Possibilities are endless when you're making fried potatoes. You put what you want in yours, okay? Hey, if you like tomatoes, put you some tomatoes in there. But if you use tomatoes, I highly suggest that you put the tomatoes in right before the dish is done, because they only need to warm up, okay? Absolutely. Because I know there's a lot of people that's not fans of bell peppers and onions. So like I said, feel free not to use it if you don't like it. But I love it, guys. You hear me? Woo-wee! Look at this. Now we're getting somewhere. I love me some fried potatoes. Do you hear me? And then so I'm bringing my sausage back into the equation. And I've drained them well on a paper towel. Make sure you drain them, because you're going to get a lot of oil out of those sausages, okay? So we're just going to let everything get nice and translucent. And what translucent is where your onions start to turn clear in color. And that will allow for your onions and your veggies not to be too smushy. They're going to still have some crunch to them. They're not going to be crunchy, and they're not going to taste raw. But that raw flavor is going to come off of them, and they're going to be just beautiful. You hear me? So I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. I had it on medium-high. We're going to turn this on to a medium, okay? Because at this point, we don't want to burn our potatoes. All we want to do is get those veggies cooked up. Okay? Be sure to put your potatoes back into one layer to where they're not stacked on top of each other, because at no point of this cooking process do we want these potatoes to get smushy. Okay? Our potatoes are cooking up nice and beautiful. Ooh, Guys, I am so excited about this. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. Woo! Man, you all know that looks good. And here's the thing, my mouth is watering, so I know you guys' mouth has to be watering. Look at this. Whew. I think I'm going to go ahead and start adding my beautiful sausages. This one right here, I got to eat that, guys. Oh, and it's good. Put that on there. Like I said, I won't be able to call this a potato and sausage bake because I'm not baking mine. And remember what I said about the cheese. If you're that person that loves cheese, or if your family members love cheese, have some shredded cheese on the side. Okay? Or put it on here. Me personally, I don't want cheese in my potatoes. I think it can take away from all of this flavor. Oh, let's let this sausage get nice and heated up. We want our onions to cook just a little bit more, and our sausage and potatoes is done. Be back, everybody. Be back, everyone, once our sausages get nice and warm. Okay, everybody, let's dive in. I've gave my family some out of here, but we already had dinner because we had baked chicken, rice-a-roni, and green beans. So this is my second video, but so everybody still wanted a little bit. All right, look at this. Oh, wait. You hear me? Hey, I didn't come to play with them. I came to make some potatoes and sausage. Woo, I came to make some mouths water today, guys. Look at this. Oh my goodness, you hear me? Hey, listen here. If you ain't never had this before, you better make you some. Absolutely. And they're going to ask you, where did you get this recipe from? Be sure to tell them Gina Young showed you how. Absolutely. Ooh. All right, look at this. And you can see that I have sunny side up, 2 sunny side up eggs right there. Okay, so we're going to give that a try. Let's zoom down onto our beautiful plate. We're going to give this a try. Let's see a blessing over our food first. God bless this meal. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for your blessings. Thank you for taking care of us every day, protecting us and loving us. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for feeding us and the roof over our head. Lord, once again, we thank you for this meal. We say amen. Let's dig in. I'm grabbing a fork. Of course, I'm going to let you all try this. I have to let you all try. You guys are my family. You hear me? All right. I'm going to put a little bit of sea salt. When I say a little bit, just a little bit, guys. I'm not even going to use all of that. Just a pinch. You got to put that right on top of your sunny side up egg. You can do eggs on the side if you want. It's really up to your discretion. And I need a piece of bread. So I have some fresh Italian bread on the side. This Italian bread is nice and crusty on the outside and soft in the middle. Hoo-wee. Hey, listen here. Let's go ahead and take that beautiful egg without cracking it. Put it right on the top. Oh, now we're talking, right? Because when that egg yolk busts, we want it to bust all over that nice soft bread. Oh, I get myself excited in here. I do a lot. I get myself so excited. But it's okay. Let's dig in. Thank you, Lord, once again. First of all, I want you to taste these beautiful potatoes without the meat. Okay, so let's put those peppers and onions on there. If you don't like peppers, don't put any on there, okay? Let me get on there, onion. Come on. Get on there, bell pepper. I want everybody to taste a little bit of everything with this bite. If the food will stay on the fork. Are you going to stay on for me? Or are you going to keep falling off? We'll taste this bite. Taste right there, guys. Let me know what you think. Ooh, taste that, guys. I can't stand it any longer, guys. I'm going in. You already know what it is. It's so delicious. It's so delectable. Oh my word. The potatoes are beautiful. And like I said, those potatoes have a nice crunch on the outside, nice and pillowy and fluffy in the inside. Look at this, guys. Taste that bite right there. This right here is what I call sausage and potatoes. We're not baking them in the oven, guys. It doesn't have the... I feel like when you bake them in the oven, it doesn't give you this fried potato filling. I like that fried potato filling, not baked in the oven. This right here is the way to go for sure. Whoo-wee. I'm going in. When you get to taste that beautiful Eckrich smoked sausage mixed with the fried potatoes and those veggies, you get like, it's like a party in your mouth. Now, if it's breakfast time, make you an egg. If you don't like sunny side up, make you a scrambled egg. If you don't like eggs at all, don't make you any. Look at this. Taste that, guys. Let me know what you think. But not before we put a piece of potato right on top of there. Look at this. Taste that. Oh, oh yeah. Michael. I'm sorry, guys. Man, it's so good. Do you hear me? This is what makes me happy. Delectable. Every bite. Oh, you see that? It don't get no better than this. If you all enjoyed this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome recipes. And as always, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Good night. Take that last bite right there, guys. Get a piece of sausage and the potatoes too. My word. Hey, listen here. Gina Young strikes again. Oh. Last bite, guys.